In Hampshire, there are more than 22,000 road collisions every year.
Has anyone been down there, do we know?
In some cases, the drivers involved make dangerous efforts to flee the scene, refusing to stop for anything or anyone. But the traffic cops are never far behind.
He was driving a car. Astonishing.
PC Sarah Tate only became a traffic cop in April, but with 10 years' experience in the police force, she already has a good nose for iffy cars and drivers.
I don't know what it was, just something made me think that car needs stopping. I don't know why. So we drove after him and he did accelerate, so we knew he was trying to get away from us. Came around the corner and he was just getting out the driver's side and running off.
The runaway is fast, but not as rapid as Tate's colleague, PC Martin Buckle.
Hold his leg.
Come back.
Come back now!
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand now. I'll help you up.
Right.
Come on. Down you go, mate. You smell alcohol on you, so we're going to ask you to provide a breath test.
Right.
Go on. Back to your car.
Back at the car, with no driver to get them home, the runaway's mates are off as well, only not quite so quickly. They may have been drinking. Could that be why the driver made a run for it?
Ready, go. Keep going, a bit harder. Go on. Excellent.
Failed.
Yep.
All
Okay,
right,
that
I'm under
indicates that
arrest.
you failed the...
Yes, can I have tissue?
Yeah, just let me say what I'm going to say,
Right,
okay? This has indicated to me that you have excess alcohol in your system.
Yes.
So because of that, I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of having excess alcohol in your system.
Yes.
You got insurance, right?
No. No licence, no insurance.
No licence, no insurance. I'm glad you can run.
A report has come in of another vehicle that's failed to stop. PC Chris Powling and probationer PC Mel Biggs are on their way to the incident on the A27.
Yeah, Roger.
We received a call by a member of the public who said this Hyundai Coupe had crashed into the central reservation of the A27 in the 4-lane stretch, pulled onto the hard shoulder, and a concerned member of the public pulled over to stop to see if they're okay.
He reported the accident.
What's he done? Hit the crash barrier and gone off?
Yeah, he came out the turning junction.
Yep.
The car that collided with the crash barrier has driven off, leaving just the witness on the hard shoulder.
He didn't touch it, but he went over.
Yep.
He started talking to them and obviously realised the driver was in drink, called an ambulance because the lady in the car seemed to be suffering some form of injury. But as the ambulance arrived, our Hyundai Coupe decided he'd drive off, didn't want to get involved with an ambulance, probably because he was under the influence of alcohol.
Nearly caused another accident as he pulled out.
All right then, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Unfortunately for the Hyundai driver, the witness took down his registration before he made off.
Can I have our road details, please?
If the registration details are correct, then the suspected drink driver is in for a surprise visit.
Charlie.
Roger, I'm en route down there. Apparently every panel's damaged where he's collided with the central crash barrier.
So I knew where I was going, so I went straight down on Blues and Twos because I wanted to catch the man behind the wheel of the car.
The learner don't want to know.
The Hyundai driver has had a 10-minute head start. But PC Powling knows it will be hard to bring him to justice unless he catches him in his car. In Southampton, the disqualified drink driver from Liverpool is bragging about how he'll get away with it next time.
Next time I'll ride the motorbike, you won't see on.
Next time I had a bicycle.
Now, motorbike will do, you won't catch me on the bike.
And about how long he has been getting away with it.
I can't believe you just caught me.
Ah, there we are, you
I've
see.
been caught in 15 years and you just caught me. But that's what loads of sellers does. I'm not saying how many, because you'll have me on record.
I think it was because Liverpool had lost. He was blaming Liverpool Football Club for losing as to why he was drink driving.
I'm coming. All right, Sarge, I'm not going to give you no grief, Charlie. You're a nice policewoman, by the way.
Thank you. Right,
Right, I've got previous.
you're also disqualified,
I know for 5 years.
so I need to arrest you for being disqualified.
No problem.
Driving whilst disqualified.
Exactly.
In relation to that, shush. In relation to that, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't
Unless
permit
you
you when
listen to
questioned.
someone, unless you
Something
look
which you
down
later
the
will only court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay, you understand that?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Right. Anything else I need to be aware of?
Yes. I don't sleep well. I like to be tucked in. I like to do lots of cocoa overnight. And I don't like to be woken up before 7:30.
Right, we do hot chocolate, you'll be all right.
Found to be twice over the limit, the driver is tucked up in a cell. No Horlicks, no blanket, and no bedtime story. PCs Powling and Biggs have arrived at the address where the Hyundai which struck the crash barrier is registered to.
Somebody in it. Beautiful. We got down there. There was the car, up on the pavement on double yellow lines, with substantial crash damage all down the offside, which coincides with swiping the central crash barrier.
Good. I just want to speak to the driver of the car. Hello, mate. All right?
Yes.
Lucky I just caught up with you. I've been trying to catch you since the A27, where you've had a crash with the crash barrier.
Right.
Haven't you?
Yep.
Yep. Do you want to step out of the car for us?
Yes.
Right, can I have your mobile, please?
Oh, blimey.
Oh.
You all right?
Well, that's the car door, isn't
Well,
it?
yeah. Well, yeah. It's sort of. We'll walk back that way because there's more room. It's a bit cramped here, isn't it?
He was okay, but he had no concept of what could have happened that afternoon with him hitting the central reservation, coming back out and taking out passing members of the public.
A couple of things I have to ask you. Have you had a cigarette in the last 2 minutes?
Yes, I have.
That thing that was in your mouth, that roll up, yeah? Okay, well, and when did you last consume alcohol?
Just after the accident.
Just after the accident? And where was that?
The can's still in the car.
So you've had, what, 1 can since the accident? Okay, right, we'll obviously need to seize the can. That's all right, don't, we'll sort the can out.
He really did smell, and he had empty cans of super strong lager in the car. And, you know, you'd probably, in my own opinion, he was probably a regular drinker, it's fair to say.
Just so that you know, that's what I've taken out of the driver's footwell, okay?
The extra strong lager may have calmed the driver's nerves, but it won't have helped his chances of passing the breathalyzer test.
Big deep breath and blow when you're ready. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop. That's it. Works on a traffic light system, right? Mm-hmm. And as you can see, it's gone through the whole green, amber, and it's hit red already, which means you failed this breath test.
If he'd have gone to anywhere other than home, parked up on the seafront, gone for a walk, sobered up, we've lost the main offence. We've lost the power to take him off the road, get him disqualified.
Mind your head. Oh. He was driving a car. Astonishing.
At the police station, the arrested Hyundai driver is revealing hidden abilities.
I've done Aikido, Shokan karate, and also do Tai Chi.
He's not a man PC Powling should mess with.
Instead of using your weight, you use your opponent's weight. You know,
Well, you're quite small, aren't you? You're quite slight in sort of But you reckon you can throw me around then?
Well, I'd put it this way, I wouldn't pay any money.
Eh? I'd lose?
Lose.
Would I?
Yeah.
What, even with all my
Yeah.
police protection equipment? Okay.
I think a lot of it is bravado, and he was just trying to sort of sell himself a bit to me and anybody else in the room, perhaps.
Concentrate on this then. Big deep breath. No need to blow the machine up. Keep going, 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 keep going. You couldn't have gone much longer, could you?
Yeah.
Could you? Oh, no. How long can you hold your breath for then?
3.5 minutes.
Can you? Oh, good on you.
Despite his formidable lung power, the Hyundai driving martial artist has blown nearly 3 times over the limit.
Very much so, just watch yourself.
Still too drunk to be interviewed, he's sobered up with a police issue special brew, tea with 2 sugars. PC's Ian Skingsley and Alex Tack are on their way back to their Totton base.
Rescue 1-2, thank you. Got report 2 vehicle RCI. Chest pains, ambulance have been contacted.
It's another drive-off.
We just received a call over the radio that there'd been an accident at that location and that it was a head-on collision and that there was injuries believed to be involved.
The driver left the vehicle in situ around Halsey.
Whilst en route there, a local unit updated us that the driver of one of the vehicles had left the scene. I think Tangmere Drive's up here on my right, isn't it? Yeah, there it is.
Skingsley and Tack are not the first to get to the scene, so they're going after the runaway driver, a woman called Donna.
Yeah, we're just actually going past the scene of the accident now. Where's Pembury? Down here?
Yeah, left into Wittering, at the end, turn right, and then it's up there on the right-hand side.
Any description, mate?
Very close.
For the driver? No? Okay. Okay, cheers.
That was the scene of the crash there. Basically, a car's come around the corner on the wrong side of the road, gone head on into another car. Drivers jumped out, pegged it home. From our records, the driver of the car comes from just round here, so we're just going to go knock on the door, see who's in. You don't run off from a crash unless there's something you don't want the police to find out. So. Darkness.
I decided to go round to the back of the house to see if I could see any signs of life, because sometimes people won't answer the door. And on my way there, I saw some kids who asked me what I was doing, and I just asked one of them if he knew where Donna was, and he told me where she'd gone.
She's just down round there, corner.
Do you know her?
Thank you. Any other
What's her name? Ta. They very kindly pointed out that she's gone in that house over there. So he went tapping on the door, and lo and behold, she was inside. Oh yeah. Hello there. Ta.
Okay, Donna, have you had anything to drink since the accident? Immediately could smell alcohol on her breath when I spoke to her, and required a breath test from her. And her initial reaction to that was, "Don't even bother, I know I'm over the limit." She was scared. I think she felt very guilty about what she'd done and quite ashamed and quite apprehensive about what was going to happen next.
She's been searched.
Mom!
This daughter. That's shut.
It's all right, come on, just go to the police station.
Can I go over then?
You can make your own way down there, you can't come with us.
Mom!
All right. See you about it.
Yes, I've got to stop off to take some snaps. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is an offence in itself. You know, even worse, she had no idea of the condition of the other driver that she left in the car. She didn't seem to have a care for her at all. She's gone head-on into another vehicle, itself a very serious incident, and got out of her car and run off without even checking on the other driver. You know, all she was concerned about was her own well-being, and the reason that she's run off is because we eventually found out she was drunk.
On the way there, we didn't have much of an update, but on going past the scene, because it was in the eastbound carriageway and I was going westbound to turn at junction 10, I thought, well, I can't see any cars, but there's a lot of stuff on the hard shoulder, including some sort of public cars. So I thought, it's obviously that, and it's not serious at all. And then obviously the unit that had arrived before me hadn't had time to update on the radio, so I pulled up without an update, expecting to find a couple of cars on the hard shoulder. So it was a bit of a shock to get out of the car and then see them down the embankment.
2 cars have careered off the carriageway. No one has driven away from this one.
The first thing that went through my mind is, right, OK, it's quite a nasty accident. Are we going to have fatalities here?
There do not appear to be any fatalities, but all of the occupants have yet to be accounted for.
Right, I'll go check the car, make sure there's nobody in it. Has anyone been down there, do we know? People involved in that type of a nasty accident, they might not be sort of with it, and they might not, somebody might be missed. And the worst thing in the world is to say, OK, nobody's hurt, move a car and find that there's a body under it, or body thrown that we've missed, and we drive off and leave it, and then get a phone call saying somebody's not turned up home from the car.
Thankfully, the cars are empty, and the only serious damage done, apart from the written-off cars, has been to a farmer's fence.
Yeah, will that get done tonight, do you know? I've got cows in the foot, that's anything.
No, I don't think so. I think it's down to you, unfortunately, I think.
That's all right.
Sorry.
No, that's OK.
All right. If you, I say that, if you get recovery coming to your farm, would you be able to show them through? Thank you very much. I'll come and speak to you in a minute when they come back here. Thank you. Nice chap. Saved us a lot of a problem. What's happened is 2 vehicles have been going eastbound down the M27, and for reasons we've yet to find out, they've been in some form of collision. They've come through the gap. Both of them rolled several times down here and ended up one in the ditch, as you can see, and one upside down. I came down in Maine to check there was nobody trapped in the vehicle, and it would appear at this stage there's no injuries, or certainly no serious injuries, so it's a bit of a miracle, really.
PC Foster's next job is to question the drivers and find out what exactly happened, and if anyone's at fault.
You've got the Saab in lane 1, the red car in lane 2, and you're in lane 3. And that guy there, his car's lane 3. Saab's pulled out into lane 2, hitting vehicle 2, which has tried to swerve and then hit the car in lane 3.
At the A27 accident, PC Foster has had one driver's description of what happened.
Hello, my love, all right? Right, let's go and have a sit in the car over here and we'll get you sorted out, OK?
Now Foster needs a version of events from the luckiest escapee, the driver of the red hatchback, which landed upside down on the fence.
We've been told a couple of things by people. From your point of view, what actually happened?
I was in the middle lane. There was some. Now this is where I'm hazy. There were some cars coming out, so I needed to move out. I checked my wing mirror, looked over my shoulder. It was clear from what I could see, so I signalled and started to move out. As I looked in front, as I brought my head round and started to move out, I saw a shadow in the outside lane, which I then realised there must be a car there. So then I pulled my wheel round, and then that car hit me, and then that was it.
With no drinking or speeding involved, and all the drivers' stories tallying up, the cops won't be prosecuting anyone. And at least one driver is left reflecting on an incredible escape.
I think I probably spun, and then I was just rolling down and down the bank, and I just thought, that's it. My legs are going to go, I'm going to die, this is it.
This is just the trim, but down here is like the plastic which goes on the side of the A-frame inside, and if you can look at that and how close it is, because the driver's head is here, you can see how lucky the lady was when you look at the intrusion.
Then I stopped, eventually, and I remember thinking, I'm still here, nothing hurts, still got my legs. I buckled the seatbelt, climbed out the window, stood up, shook everything was okay.
This really, if anything, highlights the importance of seatbelts and why we go about making sure people wear them, really.
Everybody else was fine, everybody else was saying, yeah, I'm fine. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Last job for PC Foster is to reunite the fortunate driver with her suitcase.
This is yours, yeah?
Yeah, that's mine.
OK, so that's back. When she said to me big bag, I thought it'd be huge.
Oh.
That's small. I'm thinking big bag. Take care. Have a good rest of your holiday, though. Oh.
The shamefaced drunk driver was disqualified for 16 months and fined £291. The Liverpudlian was sent to prison for 3 months for drink driving and driving whilst disqualified. The drunk Hyundai driver was banned from driving for 2 years and ordered to do 6 months community service.